friends and admirers wherever you go. However, I don't think so. I think it's none of the above. What I think is your greatest asset is something that we usually take for granted, something that we think that we have a lot of. And what is that? It is time. So good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today I'll be talking about just a Latin phrase, because I like Latin phrases. They just sound sophisticated rather than a common English phrase. And the phrase is carpe diem. It's just two simple words in Latin. It means seize the day in English. Don't belittle these three simple words. It has a deep meaning that has impacted me ever since I realized the true significance of these words. It means to live your life to the fullest. Seize every hour, every minute, every second. Make your life count. That is what carpe diem is all about. So how did I come across this phrase? It all started when I was 13 years old in secondary 1. At that point of time, all I had, when they gave us our timetable, you can see all our different subjects, English, maths, science, and one of the subjects was carpe diem. At that point of time, nobody knew what it meant. So when we went to the first lesson, to our great pleasure, it was a lesson about watching movies. That made us all very happy, because going to school to watch movies is literally the best thing that can happen to you. So after the movie, what we realized that during the movie, the teachers will show certain movies that they think were educational and let us watch, and maybe at the end we will write what lessons we learned from the movie itself. The first movie that was shown was called Dead Poets Society. It's a movie that featured the late Robin Williams, and what he acted as was an English teacher who tried to inspire his students using the very words carpe diem. I suppose that is what inspired the teachers to come up with this lesson itself. So during that point of time, I guess that I was just 13 years old. We were all too young to really truly appreciate what the teachers wanted to impart, what values the teachers wanted us to learn from such movies. At that point of time, we didn't take it seriously. To us, it was just a simple movie watching session, nothing significant behind it. It was only until much later that I realized the true meaning of the words carpe diem. You know how people say that when something is taken away from you, then you begin to truly appreciate what you have. So for me, that statement is very, very true. At that point of time, it was during my army days when I was serving the country that when most of my time was taken away from me. At best, I only had 48 hours a week to do what I truly wanted to do. So most of my free time was taken away from me, and to me it felt a loss of freedom. I feel very trapped. It was at this point that what lesson that the teachers taught during carpe diem lessons, they began to resurface. They began to appear in my mind. What the value and meaning of time, the true value of pursuing your dreams, doing what you really want to do, seizing the moment, seizing the day. What most people usually they don't really realize that what is the true value of time. They just go through their life doing what they think is important at that point of time. Maybe it's money, maybe it's their career, maybe it's just something else. Maybe society standing, fame. But what we truly miss is the opportunity to really do what we really want to do. Once there was this, a nurse came out with a report. He said that one of the greatest regrets of people who are really on their deathbeds, their greatest regret is not fulfilling their dreams. For them, they have realized that it was only that when their time is really running out, when they have no energy, no time to do really what they wanted to do, that made them really desperate and depressed, that they could not fulfill their dreams. Now, before, I would like to quote a sentence from Carl Sandburg. He said that time is like a coin. It's something that only you can spend, and beware that you do not let other people spend it for you. Sometimes we let other people think, okay, you should be a lawyer, you should go be a doctor. Are these truly what you want to do in life? Is your life, do you really want to do something that you do not want to do for the rest of your life, and only to regret it when you don't really have any more much time any longer? I think that this is something important that we should learn to appreciate. Before I end off my speech, I would like to recite a poem by Robert Herrick. I think it captures the essence of the meaning carpe diem perfectly. It reads, "Gather your rosebuds while you may, old time is still a flying, and this same flower that smiles today, tomorrow will be dying. Carpe diem, seize the day." Thank you very much.